welcome back to my channel. November is almost here and it's time to set up our bullet journals ready for the upcoming month. I cannot believe that after this month we only have December left and then we're finished with the year 2020. I have no idea where this whole year went, but at the same time I'm kind of glad that it's almost over. But now let's get started with this month's Plan With Me video. I wanted to do a lantern theme for a while and I felt like November would be perfect since it is, or at least feels like, the darkest month of the year here in Finland. I didn't only want to draw lanterns, so I came up with this night sky background for them. And I used a technique here that I haven't actually used before. If you didn't know, Tombow brush pens are water-based, so you can use them almost like watercolor. I created this background with 3 different colors. I used this beautiful dark blue, a bit lighter shade of blue, and also this light sand color. I just drew some random lines to a watercolor paper and just started mixing them with water. And when this had dried, I added some more dark blue because I wanted my night sky to be a little bit darker. And again, I mixed everything together with water. After the paper was completely dry, I cut this rectangle and glued it to the cover page. I used my white Archer&Olive Acrylograph pen for the random dots and stars and even draw a little moon there. And finally I drew all the different vintagey lanterns. I found this one picture in Pinterest that I used as a reference here. I can link it to the description if I find it again. It took me a while to draw these lanterns and I did use quite a lot of time for this cover page, but all the spreads in this setup are not as complicated as this one. Moving on to my calendar page. I did the standard calendar grid layout again, but I decided not to do this calendar in that weird shape with only one day in the first and the last week. I just left the extra days empty. Over the calendar I glued a couple of pieces of that same night sky background that I had on the cover page and created these bars for the days of the week. I drew some random dots and stars again, and then used a Tombow Fudenosuke Brush pen to write the letters. I decorated this page with this one big street lantern, and I thought it turned out kinda nice. Something a bit different than the cover page, but still within the theme. Under the lantern I have some space for my monthly tasks and my monthly focus. I did this a bit more decorative handwriting, in my opinion, for the headers that I feel like suited this theme perfectly. The next page is going to be my habit tracker. This month I didn't use my own stickers for the habit trackers and instantly regretted it when I started to make these individual trackers. It took me forever to draw these and it took me even longer to edit, but I wanted to try this different layout for a change. But I guess I could create these kind of stickers as well to save some time in the future if I wanted to do this layout again. I added just a little color to the drop shadows and then moved on to the mood tracker. For the mood tracker I did a new night sky background, cut again this rectangle and glued it to the page. Then I do the actual tracker around the painting so that each day has its own little box. I decorated the night sky the same way as the cover page, but this time I drew just 2 lanterns. I really love how this mood tracker turned out and I can wait to start filling it in. Oh, and by the way, for the headers in both pages, I used my Archer&Olive Acrylograph pens again that I've been practicing with lately. They just came up with some new fall colors and I can't wait to receive my order. Moving on to my expense tracker. And you already know what I'm going to say, it is still the same layout as always. I did use some of that sand color so that my grid wouldn't be all black, but yeah, I still have the same categories: house and food, beauty and health, entertainment, miscellaneous and income. I combined the first 2 weeks and also the last 2 weeks and then finished this page with some washi tape. I decided not to do any extra pages this month since I already had used so much time creating these pages, and you know, I can always add pages in the middle of the month if I feel like it. So for the next page I did my first weekly spread. I used this kind of basic layout and really simple font because I decided to do this one bigger decoration to the left side of the page and I didn't want the page to be too crazy. Under this drawing I have some space for my weekly tasks, and then as a finishing touch I added just some of that sand color. And that finishes my November bullet journal setup. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!